Good morning, everyone. Okay, so it's in 2 minutes, I will start the presentation. Okay, welcome to our webinar, dear students. We prepared this webinar for our prep students to share some findings from the survey that we did at the beginning of the quarter, and also to share information about an activity that we prepared for you for the second quarter. I'm waiting 1 more minute before we start the presentation. Okay, so it's 9:30 now, and I think most of you have already arrived. Let's start with my presentation then. So I titled this presentation, Learn to Perform, Perform to Learn, because the aim of the presentation is to give you another opportunity to practice your speaking skills in this quarter through an extracurricular activity. But first, I'm going to start with sharing your findings from the survey from the beginning of the quarter. So at the beginning of the quarter, quarter one, we sent you a survey on students' concerns and expectations about distance education. And then at the end of quarter one, we had interviews with students to check whether they have these concerns or not, and whether the expectations were met. So we asked about the concerns, and top 3 concerns from the survey seem to be technical problems, self-performance like comprehension problems or adaptation to distance education, fear of failure. And there was also a concern about the efficiency of distance education, because some students thought that distance education could be inefficient at BTU. But then we also asked about the expectations from the course at the start, and you expected, of course, to learn English, and you expected the education to be efficient, and also some of you even expected to have a technological experience. Now, has the course met your expectations? We asked at the end of the quarter one. So most of you thought that there was a high quality of the program. Actually, all of you expressed that there is a high quality of the program. And by this, you gave examples. You said, the assessment was very good. The balance between synchronous and asynchronous lessons were very good. Then most of you thought that there is a chance to improve speaking skills in our program. And then again, another majority of you thought that they could build a class community and a student-teacher rapport. So this was against something that happened due to the design of the program, because we put an emphasis to group activities. And then when you do that, also you create a rapport with other students and with teachers in general. When we asked what did you like most about your course, there were top 3 remarks from interviews. Again, a vast majority said that the distance education program is well structured and well paced, that the amount of synchronous lessons per week was sufficient, and also there were quite a lot of remarks about course assessment, like assignments, the discussion forum, the student app, which kept you motivated throughout the course. Another thing that we found from the interviews were suggestions about the program that you made. And one of those suggestions, there were 2 or 3 of them, but one of them was about a voluntary speaking club or activities that could be promoted to further develop your speaking skills. Now, we thought that providing another opportunity for you to improve the speaking skills, for those of you who are interested, could be through a Pechakucha contest. So this is how it is written. It's Pechakucha, okay? And then you pronounce it in this way. So what is Pechakucha contest? You are going to prepare a presentation, of course, if you're interested. And in this presentation, you can have 10 slides only, including the title at the beginning, okay? Each slide will be no longer than 20 seconds. And it's going to be auto-run. So 10 slides, 20 seconds each. It makes 3 minutes and 33 seconds roughly. Okay? So, and you are going to have your voice recorded as well to explain those slides, each of them in 20 seconds, but not more than 20 seconds. So this means it's going to be a short presentation. It's going to include visuals only, images, no text, only the title at the beginning, and then the visuals only. And this means you're going to practice a lot before you present it, before you record it, because it's timed. You need to practice it. It's very limited in time. So you have to put the best quality of your speech in the recording and not to do it the first time possible. But the good thing is that you have already practiced in Q1 in a similar way. So hopefully you will not have any problems while doing this. And as we learn from your experiences, the more problems you have, the more you learn. So if you have minor problems, it will be a learning curve again for you. So you know that creativity requires to think out of the box, okay? So usually when you think out of the box, you become more creative because you explore different perspectives. In Pechakucha, you are given an opportunity to think out of the box, but also, sorry for this, also to keep it inside a box. What is this inside the box? It's the time limit, because you are very limited in time. Now, I'm going to give you some background information about Pechakucha. Pechakucha in Japanese is the sound for chat, for the chit chat. And so this word was used first by Japanese architects who created this presentation format to give good quality presentations. they thought that the longer the presentations get, the chance to keep them in your mind is smaller. But the shorter and the more visual they are, we remember them more. And so they kind of saw a relationship between a time limit and the quality of the presentation. And so they came with this concept of Pechakucha presentations. So Pechakucha is a short presentation. It's very limited and it has no text, and it requires the best performance from the speaker. This is actually a skill that you will need not only in your prep program, but also in the long run. Why? Because you will need these presentations also in your departments. You will need them also in your professions in the future. You know that one of the most valued 21st century skills are good presentation skills, where we present creatively and when we present with by using our digital literacy skills as well. So this presentation requires all of them, actually. So it's another opportunity for you to do it. And we are not going to do it in the lessons. Your teachers will only give you a poster with informations. There will be only one teacher who will receive your submissions, and then the jury will decide on this. So when are you going to do this? Sorry, there's a mistake here. So I corrected it. Right, good. So the deadline is December 21st. This December 21st should be a Monday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm checking once more. Yes, so it's going to be on Monday, December 21st. You have 2 weekends before this, and the results will be announced on December 25th at 3 on a Zoom webinar. So we're going to go live. We're going to announce the presentations, the winners of each category, and then we are going to present them. We're going to show them to you how they look like. So you will see different presentations from your friends, the best ones only. Okay? So how are you going to do it? I'm going to repeat this again. So all you need to do is put only 10 slides. Okay. These 10 slides have to be timed. So you're going to use 20 seconds to talk about each slide. So you're going to use automatic timing. Okay. I will show you very quickly what is automatic timing. Look, this is my presentation. So if you go here, you can see these 2 buttons which show how to do the timing. So I'm just giving you a clue for that day. So you can use these to time the slides, okay? And then after you time your slides, you choose the auto run option, and then you choose also the voice recording. You record your voice. So there are a lot of similarities with the video writing assignment, because you are doing a PowerPoint presentation, you are recording your voice, but there are also differences. What are the differences? It is timed, okay? So 20 seconds for each slide, it means 3 minutes and 33 seconds in total. Then it's auto run and it has no text. Okay, this is very important. You are going to put only visuals in it. Right. The next important thing is the topics. Okay. So for level 1 and 2, we have different topics. For levels 3 and 4, we have different topics. So for levels 1 and 2, you have these, you can choose one of these topics. A day that changed my life, my happiest childhood memory, or a person who inspires me. Okay, so you're going to choose these topics. You're going to put the title on the first slide, and after that, no text. Okay, only visuals. Of course, you should present the topic at the beginning of your presentation as well. You should say why you chose that topic. Then, for levels 3 and 4, you will have different topics, as I said. So you can choose between a day that changed my country or a day that changed the world, an invention that might reshape our future, or it can be an inspiring story I read or I heard about. Okay, so you have these 3 topics. After you choose the topics, please remember, I'm repeating this again, the deadline for submissions will be 21st of December 2020, and you will send your presentations to this email address, okay? Some of you already know Magdalena Hoja, and for those who don't know her, this is an opportunity to get to know her through this contact. And that's it for my presentation. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Feel free to ask in the Q&A section. Do you have any questions about this? No questions? It's all clear? Adil. Okay. Adil is asking, why are we here? Okay. Did you join late, Adil? Did you join late? Okay, I think so. All right. So, Adil, you are here because I wanted to share with you the results of the survey that we did at the beginning of Q1, and also to present an activity that you can join, a speaking activity, which is called Pechakucha. Yes, another question from Nisanur. No, Nisanur, the assignment is not mandatory. This activity is only voluntary, and only the ones who are interested can do it. It's as I said, Nisanur, it's an extracurricular activity. So this is outside your lessons, okay? Any other questions? For those of you who want to watch it again, you will have a YouTube link, okay, where you can go back and check the presentation details. Any other questions from the participants? I think there are. Adil, why we have not any WhatsApp groups? Do you mean the WhatsApp groups from your classes? I guess you mean your class WhatsApp groups. You might have them soon. You know, this depends on your teacher. The WhatsApp groups are not a compulsory element of our program. So it's all on teachers' initiative to create a WhatsApp group. If your teacher thinks that it will be more useful for you not to have WhatsApp groups, then she or he has the right not to create one. Yes. So we have a student who says, who wants me to repeat the topics. Of course, I will do so. So these are the topics. For level 1, it's a day that changed my life, my happiest childhood memory, or a person who inspires me. For levels 3 and 4, it's different. Okay, so I'm going to move on with levels 3 and 4 now. A day that changed my country or the world, an invention that might reshape the future, and an inspiring story I read or heard about. There's another question. The introduction lesson will start in the second lesson. So this means you have how many minutes after this? 9:50 at 10:20. At 10:20, we'll have the introduction lesson. Okay, if you have no more questions, I'm going to end this presentation and you can start your introduction lessons when the time comes and at 10:20. Okay? Right. Any other questions, friends? Okay, thank you for being in this webinar. And I hope you have a fruitful quarter. And I hope some of you can join this contest. See you. Take care. Bye-bye.